Sri Lanka and an intriguing three-test match series against South Africa.
South Africa's first post-Hansigate tour and Sean Pollock's debut as captain could not have got off to a worse start when he lost the toss and had to watch Sanath Jayasuriya annihilate his entire bowling attack.
And as expected, Sanath Jayasuriya is going to fetch him early.
It's very difficult when those wickets are as flat as they are. He's a guy who likes to play shots, and you always feel like you're in with a chance when you get in the right areas. But I think if you can bowl a tight line and just make sure that he takes the risk when he's playing a shot, then you're in with a chance. And I think that's the only way you can bowl to him.
He goes for the single. He'll have to hurry. Jayasuriya has reached his 700 in Test match cricket.
Jayasuriya went on to score a blistering 148, and the stage was set for Mahela Jayawardena to cash in as well against weary bowlers.
That's a tremendous shot.
Oh, that's blasted through the offside. That's a century to Mahela Jayawardena, his third Test century.
Sri Lanka amassed an imposing total of 522, and with Mataya Muralitharan making an early breakthrough with the wickets of Mackenzie and Kirsten, a first-ever Test victory over South Africa was clearly on the cards.
Oh, and that's out. That's caught behind. Yes, he's hit the outside edge. That's beautiful bowling. Muralitharan is already amongst the wickets.
When people don't talk about at length, they're more interested in his turn, but he doesn't bowl any bad balls. So it's not a question of you can wait for a bad one and don't leave the crease or anything. You've actually got to make the play, and I think that's what's so good about him. He forces the batsman to play aggressively to good bowling, and he generates an enormous amount of turn. I think that's the key to his success, really.
He's a fantastic bowler. He turns the ball obviously prodigiously. And I think he's probably twice the bowler now that he is probably 2 years ago, because he's got that straight one with the same action, which is very difficult to pick, especially when the ball gets older.
Oh, and they've asked the question. Yes, they've given him out. He's out, caught at silly point. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. That's a wonderful
For South Africa,
shot.
only Daryl Cullinan stood firm, batting with great composure, which none of his teammates could emulate.
Yeah, he played it very well. You know, it wasn't easy conditions. We hadn't faced Muralitharan up until then, and it was difficult for the guys to come in and score, and he mixed positiveness with good defence and scored a very good 100.
Cullinan gets it round the corner, and that'll be his 100. Well batted, Daryl Cullinan.
Despite his efforts, South Africa fell well short of the 324 needed to avoid the follow-on, with off-spinner Muralitharan taking 6 for 87. Following on, South Africa's openers, Kirsten and Mackenzie, managed 58 between them, but with a deficit of 284 runs and 7 sessions of spin to come, their task was surely doomed.
Arjuna Ranatunga has taken the catch here.
Up they go, and he's out. That's the end of Cullinan. Well, Arnold making the catch there. It looked to me to be a good one too. And that's it. That's out. Caught behind. Nice catch too. The ball bouncing a little bit.
Their only glimmer of hope came from the bat of Jonty Rhodes, who managed an unbeaten 63.
Good use of his feet.
So that's well played by Jonty Rhodes. It's a half century for him. 6 fours in that half century, and he's received 88 balls.
And that's going to be close. Up goes the finger. It's pitched a foot outside the leg stump. It may have missed even off. So to put it very simply, that's a shocker.
But defeat was imminent, and Muralitharan duly finished the South Africans off with figures of 7 for 84 to ensure victory by the comprehensive margin of an innings and 15 runs.
And another one in identical fashion. 13 wickets in the match for the champion off-spinner. And Sri Lanka have won this Test match by an innings and 15 runs.
If South Africa's first Test performance had been poor, their start to the second was embarrassing. Having lost the toss, the South African top order capitulated, losing 5 wickets for just 34 runs.
Up in the air, simple catch.
Oh, that's bowled him. Stayed down. It stayed right down. This pitch is starting to play up already.
It seemed that no batsman had any answers on how to combat the menace of Sri Lankan spin.
That's very close. The finger has gone up here.
Then enter Lance Klusener and Mark Boucher.
Klusener, we know. And that's 4.
You've got to try to be positive in a situation like that. I mean, Lance is the type of guy that'll come up to you in the middle and say, back yourself no matter what. And myself and Lance basically said, let's have a go.
Well, nicely played again. That's a lovely shot. That's beautiful cricket.
That positive attitude certainly paid off, and the pair enjoyed a 6th wicket partnership of 124.
That's lovely timing.
That's a good strike to end the over. 50 for Mark Boucher.
Oh, he's had a go at that one. That's straight down the ground. This might be all the way. Yes, it's over the top for 6.
He's one of the best batsmen in the world at the moment, so in both forms of the game. He's got his own style, his own technique. It's totally different from the book. A lot of guys get arthritis in the fingers when they start bowling to him.
Oh, he's hit that one beautifully. Down to the boundary for 4. What an innings that's turned out to be. Wonderfully played, Lance Klusener.
The South African tail hung around long enough for Klusener to bring up his 3rd Test century and elevate South Africa to a more respectable total than seemed likely, 253.
That's the 2nd time in the over he's played the shot.
Day 2 belonged to Sri Lanka's Mr. Reliable. Marvin Atapattu has come a long way since recording 5 ducks in his first 6 Test innings. He loves batting in Kandy, and with support from Arjuna Ranatunga, he duly reached his 5th Test century, his 3rd at this venue.
And it's gone for 4. They need a good fieldsman down there. Here he goes now. He's on strike. He needs 2 for 100. There's the short ball. He's hit it away down to the boundary for 4. That's a century to Marvin Atapattu.
His efforts were largely responsible for the Sri Lankan total of 308, a useful first innings lead of 55. In response, South Africa yet again got off to a poor start.
Opening the batting is not an easy job. You know, you do get out against the new ball, so you know you're expected to lose early wickets. You know, number 3. That's the nice thing about batting at number 3. You can walk in there 0 for 1 or 100 for 1 and play it differently.
Well, that's very well played. Beautifully hit down the ground, slightly over pitched. No, he's responded well.
Good shot from Callis.
We needed someone of the top 4 to get in and to get a score. Unfortunately, it was my day that day. You know, and got us to a half-decent total that you know we could actually bowl at.
That's a tremendous blow from Callis.
However, a quality innings of 87 by Jacques Kallis, along with useful contributions from the lower order, enabled South Africa to reach 231 and set Sri Lanka the seemingly inadequate target of 177 runs to win both the match and the series.
That's going to be close. Yes, that's our first ball. Sean Pollock is struck for South Africa. That's going to be close. Yes, he's got him. That's LBW. And he's nicked him off. He's caught it. Mark Boucher's got it.
Sri Lanka were now experiencing what South Africa would have felt in their first innings, and at 21 for 4 were in dire straits.
What a shot.
But not unlike Klusener and Boucher, Russell Arnold with a painstaking 40 and Arjuna Ranatunga with an explosive 88 staged a magnificent counter-attack, putting on 109 runs for the 5th wicket.
Consecutive boundaries for Ranatunga. And he's got that fine, magnificent half-century here for Arjuna Ranatunga. Tremendous knock under pressure.
The pair played some exquisite strokes, and at 130 for 4 seemed comfortably on track for a 2nd consecutive victory.
And again.
But Nicky Boyer was about to change all that.
The ball beats him.
At one stage, when Arnold and Ranatunga got a partnership going, it almost thought like, oh, we've lost it. But when we got Arnold out and also Ranatunga just afterwards, we definitely thought we were in for a chance.
Finger goes up. Darrell Harper was taking a good, hard, long look. That's out. Ranatunga's out. Caught by Rhodes off the inside edge.
It's quite a nice challenge to bowl when the pressure is up. You know, you got to sometimes not try too much, but use your variations, but also just pressure. Try and bowl pressure on the batsman.
Right, the pressure is on everybody. Including those blokes sitting up a tree there. They don't want to concentrate too much on the cricket. Oh, he's bowled him! Fast ball! Clean bowled him! Lance Klusener has bowled a faster ball. Clean bowled him. And one of those blokes has fallen out the tree. All down the leg side. He's nudged that one away for a single. Every single run counts. 8 runs to win. 8 runs to win. 2 wickets in hand. Away on the outside, there's a run out here. Oh, right. Yes, oh yes, yes, there's a run out. This has got to be out. Yes, it's all over. That's definitely out. A yes and a no down the non-striker's end. Oh, there's a big guy caught behind. Yes, that's it. All over. That's That's the end of the test match. South Africa have won. Mathia Murali-Dhiran out caught behind. He cannot believe it. And the South Africans have taken this test match. Boy, what an incredible victory. Wonderful victory for South Africa. They've come from behind in this test match, and they've taken it away by the skin of their teeth. This test series is still alive. Arjuna Ranatunga.
The third and final test at Colombo will probably be best remembered as Arjuna Ranatunga's swan song, as rain interruptions on each of the first 4 days virtually ruled out the possibility of a result. There were, however, excellent performances from players in all innings. In-form Klusner wielded his £3 bat to good effect once more in an undefeated innings of 95, which enabled South Africa to post 279.
Well, that's hit powerfully over extra cover.
Sri Lanka's master blaster, Jaya Surya, then delighted the crowd with a slick 85 in response. But a total of 258 gave the visitors a slender first innings lead of 21. South Africa were clearly in no mood to gamble, and a second innings scoring rate of barely 2 runs and over, with Kirsten and Rose to the fore, effectively ensured that the match and the series would end in a draw.
Boundary for 4, and that's his half-century.
Muralitharan's second innings 5-wicket haul, the 22nd time he's achieved this feat in Test cricket, brought his tour tally to 26, thereby equalling the Sri Lankan series record, which he himself established against Pakistan earlier this year.
Arjuna Ranatunga has come out to the centre for the final time in his Test match career.
While one of Sri Lanka's new stars, Jayawardena, was strutting his stuff as the match came to a close with a magnificent 101 not out, the old star, Arjuna Ranatunga, was making a fitting exit from the Test scene, sharing an unbeaten 76-run partnership to which he contributed 28 not out.
That's a good shot for 4. Jayawardena over the top, gets the 100. And there they go. Sean Pollock has said, yes, what about it? And Juna saying, thank you very much. I'm taking a wicket with me.
The Sri Lankan team were virtually in tears as this great icon of Sri Lankan cricket, who has done so much to put his country's stamp on the international game, departed the stage for the final time.